Hey, hey, hey.
Hello. What is
How's it going today?
I don't know. You guys have to tell us if you can hear my dog eating next to us.
That's Ozzy.
It's very loud right now. So we have a house guest this week.
Oh, you do? Actually, I just had a really fun interaction with Sandy.
That's my father-in-law.
I love Sandy.
He's something.
He is so funny. He's so cute.
He is something.
When he's leaving, he was going, oh, whoopee, whoopee, whoopee.
Oh, he does love this dog. So we are house sitting my in-laws' dogs. Only one dog. The other dog went to my brother-in-law's.
Lulu
went to my brother-in-law's.
Lulu's old.
Old and like just
how's
too
that
much
dog going to survive there?
I don't know, because like really
they have two kids.
Little twins
and a dog.
And a dog. But our dogs are big and will like not attack, but like, you know.
Well, they just play rough. But
Right.
Ruby likes, they're
Ruby
all
will
friends.
play.
Although we're laughing because.
Look at her.
So in the Geraci house, they have a huge island, and then they have this like side table, like a sofa table behind that you can eat at.
Look,
and I'm
there she
laughing.
goes.
Oh, she's on there
Tom.
right now. She's up on the sofa table, and she puts her bottom right where Olivia and Campbell eat.
Literally, like she's sitting on the table like a cat.
Well, she thinks it's the greatest thing because she can see out the window.
We're going to have to like move that away when we leave for the day. That's bad.
I mean, what are you going to do? Just wipe it off. You know she's going to do it.
I don't want her to fall off. What if she gets
she's
hurt?
not going to fall off.
If she gets hurt on my watch, I'm in big trouble.
I don't think, I mean, if she falls off, she's not going to hurt herself. It's not far.
Good thing she's cute.
Unlike our cat, who goes on the back porch and decides from our porch to hop to our bay window and walk across. And then she acts like she doesn't know how to get back. So she like backtracks, and it makes, I mean, if she falls, she's going to break her leg.
That's a far fall.
Yeah. She does this, and she was doing it today again. And I can't even watch it.
They say they have 9 lives.
Well, Scarlett is an acrobat. I'm like, she doesn't even do that on the inside of the window. Why would she do it on the outside?
Crazy. That is crazy.
So we were opening the window and like pulling her in.
Yeah.
Well, then we realized she sits at the window waiting for us to pull her in. But why does she even go over there?
She thinks that's her way in. It's a
She
game.
just walked out the door onto the deck.
This is like when your kids were little and they would
Cats
throw
are not
stuff on the
smart.
floor and then you would pick it up and it was a game.
Listen, I am over animals. I am over them all. The chickens were out. Like the cat threw up or the dog. Oh, you know what happened yesterday? I packed sandwiches, 3 nice sandwiches from Farmer in the Deli on the soft bread. Our children are very specific. Jack likes 3 pieces of meat. Campbell likes 5 pieces of meat, and Parker likes 6 pieces of meat.
I thought my kids were the only ones that do that.
It's
they
all
regulate,
very specific.
And the cheese has to be
the correct
in a
ratio.
Certain, yes, in a
Top
certain
and
spot.
bottom, not
Yes.
like together.
It's a whole thing.
So I forget what I got distracted for like not very long, and Bill and I walked out. I came back, no sandwiches.
Who ate them?
None, not one. There were 3 like 6-inch sub sandwiches.
Do you think it was Howie?
The dogs. I looked over. I ran in our room. Sophia's eating the lunch meat, and Howie's got the bun in his mouth.
At least they shared.
3 sandwiches. So that's why somebody puked on our carpet. So they ate the lunch. They puked on the carpet. And then the chickens got out. It was just a whole thing. I'm over the animals. I'm like, if these chickens keep getting out, I'm done.
How are they getting out? I thought that was fixed.
Because, well, first of all, Parker let them outside. The avian influenza is going around, so
Yes.
I'm being very crazy. So I'm
Right.
like, get them back in. And then I think he did not shut the door. And so when we got them all back in, they got all back out on the other side. But the other day I went out and they had dug through all the sand underneath, and there were like 9 of them running around into the barn, and they'd made a heyday mess everywhere. After we just put new netting on, gave them their new pen.
They're having fun.
No.
They're having fun. You're taking their fun away.
I am happy to take their fun away. I was over it. So this week is not good for animals. I
No,
said,
but it is
when these dogs are
beautiful.
gone, I'm never getting more dogs in the house.
I keep saying that. I have
I'm
said that
serious
multiple
about it.
times. But it is beautiful weather this week. I'm so grateful.
It is so
And
nice.
I don't think, is it supposed to rain this week? No rain.
This
I'm
weekend
just
a little bit, I
Yeah,
thought.
but not until then, right?
But the
yeah.
weekend looks good. I ordered extra sourdough, so I hope the market's busy.
It's going to be busy on Friday. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be 74 and sunny.
It's going to be beautiful.
And it's pie day, so get your pie orders in.
3.14.
That's right. It's a big deal. I was going to talk about something else, and I do not remember what it was. I don't know. This is such like a fooling weather, though.
Because it always snows in May.
It will.
Remember.
And not only that, it's like, okay, I was like, Tom, let's like we have all of our pool furniture is in our pavilion, and then we
When are
wrap
you going to
the
unwrap
pavilion.
that?
Probably in a couple weeks. So
We could be out there tonight.
that's what I said. I was like, we should unpack the pavilion. He's like, it's like a project. It takes like a whole day when you
I
unwrap
understand.
it.
But
you
really,
have to,
Tom, you
like,
should get on that.
like ASAP, buddy.
You have a fireplace in the center. We could be lighting it up.
We could be sitting outside tonight. Yeah,
But we're not.
but we're not.
Well, tonight we're having combined family dinner because we're having smash burgers.
Yes,
And my contribution to the meal was the frozen ground beef.
It's fine. It's actually more.
I was like, are we taking anything? I'm like, no, we're not taking
you don't
anything.
Need to. It's fine. I'm gonna make baked beans, and I can only eat baked beans in the summer, but it's nice weather, and I feel like I was gonna.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you said baked beans, that's odd.
I know.
Can I have
It's
some
like a
deviled
summer
eggs
food.
and potato salad too?
Right, I feel like it's a summer food, but we're eating burgers, so I wanted it with burgers. So
Nobody
I
can
needed it.
afford to eat deviled eggs this year.
No, I
deviled
saw
eggs
that-
consumption is going down.
I saw that for Easter, you should be painting potatoes.
Oh,
That's what I
there you
saw.
go. That'd be fun
I know.
actually.
Like little potatoes, you could paint them.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Mhm. Since eggs are so expensive.
But they're
Although,
not.
I really
Let's
don't
talk
think-
about this.
Yes. So I don't think if you calculate it out, eggs are still the biggest bang for your buck. What you get.
For the protein and the
I
nutrition.
was just gonna say protein.
Look
and-
at
yes.
you.
So let's say that you know, even on the pricier side of
Wholesale egg price is not that high.
I
It's
was
not the
gonna
farmer
say-
reaping the benefit. Let's just be clear.
Well, I was gonna say if you get it at like Costco, for example, like I was there the other day.
National average is still like $4.65.
So I was going to say, let's just pretend that you pay $6 for a half dozen. That's 50 cents an egg. So you're telling me if you eat 2 eggs for breakfast, that's $1. What else are you going to eat that's going to give you that amount of protein for $1?
Let me give a shout
Nothing.
out to McDonald's. So I have this theory. I don't know. It's like I know nothing. This is just a made up theory, but it is my theory. So Waffle House, whom I love. I
saw
love a
this.
Waffle House breakfast. They have obviously increased. There's an upcharge for eggs, which that is okay. But if your business model cannot sustain the increase of egg cost, I feel like you're in bad shape. So I said, McDonald's, genius. Because I'm like, listen, the poultry industry should be partnering with McDonald's because they came out and said, we are not going to increase our prices. And I really do feel like there was a partnership. They even did like a Egg McMuffin day, buy one, get one for $1 or something. I'm like, I feel like their business model is genius. More people are going to go to McDonald's because they're like, I'm going to choose McDonald's because they're not going to increase their price.
So I feel like I was just having this conversation with someone that fast food in general has gone up in price.
It's not cheap.
Not due to this egg situation by
In
any
general,
means.
yeah.
So I feel like, I mean, really, my family of 5, like if we were to go get McDonald's for dinner, which is not something we would ever do, but if we were to go eat McDonald's for dinner, it would probably cost us close to $50, I bet. That's
You know our
ridiculous.
McDonald's story. I don't know if I've ever told it.
No.
So I've got this guy, my dealer, and he buys our rabbits. So when the rabbits are ready to go to market or for pet food is what they're mainly used for, he'll meet me at the Home Depot parking lot. And he pulls out a scale. He weighs the rabbit. We get $1.25 a pound. He pays you cash. So we got like...
So it is very similar to a drug deal. It's just
It is.
rabbits.
And it was
Cool.
actually 5:30 in the morning.
Weighing
like,
it. It's like grams.
So I hand over the rabbits and I get my cash. Very lucrative, let me tell you. So we got like $37.80 or something, and he's very exact with his poundage. And then we were headed to Columbus, so we all decided we were just going to grab McDonald's for breakfast. McDonald's for our family of 5 could not even be paid for
With what you bought.
with what we made from
know.
rabbits.
I know. Last week we went and we love this one place in town, Cilantro Taqueria.
Yes, you say I eat there all the time. And then I thought people are going to think they eat there every week, but I don't.
But I mean, even if you did, to be clear,
Yeah, I
once
think
a week
I bet we
wouldn't
eat there
even be
2
bad.
times a month.
So I would
That's
say
our number one eat out place.
I would say we
I do
probably
like
eat
it.
there once a month, but I would like to eat there more. I actually sometimes forget about it. But it is a local restaurant that the concept is similar to Chipotle, but the food's way better.
Parker says he likes it way better
Yeah.
because everyone is Hispanic or Mexican that works
Well,
there.
so we like it better because one, every time we order Chipotle, they mess up the order.
Well,
every
it's just
darn
good
time.
food. Their
But it
rice is
really,
good.
really good. So we ordered it last week. There was a fundraiser for the kids' school.
That's
so we
when
were
we
like,
went to.
okay, we have to make sure we order it. I think we spent $65 there. And
Outside, let's go.
uh, did,
That didn't take long.
what did she do? Pee or poop?
Well, he said dropped it, so I'm going to assume it was poop. This is is a great podcast.
So we're watching my mother-in-law's dog. She's been here 17 minutes and has already pooped in my house. Great.
But Papa did say she never has accidents.
She never has accidents. 17 minutes she's been here.
She's not pooping in my bed tonight.
Oh, well, she's not sleeping
Wait,
in my
pooping
bed.
in the bed? Who poops in the bed?
I don't know, but she's not coming in my bed.
Pooped in my bed.
Oh, this is a disaster. Who did?
Lulu.
Today?
No, Lulu's
Oh, the
not
other
here.
dog pooped in your bed. Yeah, a long time ago. I do remember that.
This podcast
We're
is
sorry,
gone
guys.
for the dogs. Oh my
Literally.
goodness. Tom is mad.
Oh, he is not happy.
I think he already texted Rod Stewart.
We did not want to watch the dog, but we are doing a favor.
Well, let's talk about this. Maria does. She's an avid listener. We love you, Maria. Maria, no one loves Rod Stewart more than Maria.
It is. I don't want to use the word insane because I'm afraid she would take offense to it. It is not insane, but
She took you to a concert.
We sat.
Actually, she was almost ready to take me to a concert because she felt bad because I couldn't afford the ticket.
Right. She was like, does she want to go? I'll just buy her a ticket. And
I'm
same
like,
with my
oh
mom.
my gosh, no.
She was. I just watched that window today. Just
Lulu
so you
wants
know.
back
I just
in.
watched the window that she's climbing on.
I said this was going to be good. This might not be good.
This is going to be a week that we're going to. When are they coming back, Tom? Monday. Oh my gosh.
Monday?
I thought
This
it was
is Monday.
Friday.
Lulu misses Mama
Not
Maria.
until
Come home
Monday. It's only Monday now. We have a whole
soon.
week.
Monday.
Oh dear Lord. Look at I literally
That's not
am
good.
so
Anyways,
upset.
she loves Rod Stewart. She goes to Vegas
So
once
she
or
is
twice
going
a year.
Twice a year, she goes to see Rod Stewart, and
She's been in his hotel room before.
Well, when
She's got good stories.
When Tom and I were first dating, like she tried to get me to like go downtown and stalk him. This was like before they really. I mean, they had security, of course, but it was like you could go to his room. She has the do not disturb from his room from like 30 years ago. So
But it was probably considered super cool then. Today, it would not be so cool because you'd be arrested.
I would agree.
She went in
Today
his
it would
hotel
be-
room, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And how did she sneak into it? I don't think she had to sneak.
The cleaning lady just let her in, and there was like a party going on in there, so she went in. And so she is in Vegas, or they're leaving tomorrow to go to Vegas, and they're going to see him. And
Twice.
Just
Just Maria, though.
Yes, because she refuses to. So she spends like, I mean, they're front row seats. Like he brought her up on stage
Go
a
big
couple
or
years
go
ago.
home. Like, I'm
these
with
are,
her,
like,
though.
Thousands of dollars. These
This
seats.
is her thing.
And now I couldn't tell you exactly how many thousands, but it's a lot of money.
Anyways,
And she used to spend
a good price.
She used to spend the money and buy 2 tickets. She would buy one for her and one for my father-in-law. Well, he would like fall asleep in the front row. Mm-hmm. And she was so embarrassed by it that she said, forget it. I'm just going in there by myself. And then when we went to Rod Stewart this summer, he came to Cleveland and we went, and she was saying hi to her like groupie friends. Like there's a whole
They
group of
recognize-
them.
they know each
knew
other.
who she was. She knew who they were. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. I was like, oh my gosh, this is a whole world that I don't know about.
Yeah. So he goes to the slot machines, or
he goes to
enjoys a nice
probably
meal.
has a cocktail, goes and eats something. He goes and gambles. I honestly don't want to know what he's doing, but he is keeping himself occupied, needless to say.
He's loving life, and so is she, and it's so cute. And someday I want to be like them.
I think that they are preferring to
This
do
is like
their
me.
separate
Like
things.
I'll be going to sheep shows and sales, buying sheep, and my husband will be sitting. Where would he be sitting? In line for bourbon,
Probably.
collecting things that he doesn't even drink.
Yeah,
because it's
probably
just fun.
Oh, I didn't even tell your husband this. This is a great story. So the other day, you guys were gone. Oh, we need to talk about that. What you did, what Campbell did.
Oh yeah.
We'll talk about that. But you guys were gone, and this family comes into the market.
Oh, I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, and they just walk in the back, and I'm like, "Hi, can I help you?" Like they're just walking
it was
back
my
there.
man's son. I mean nephew. Right? Is this where we're going?
No, he also came and
Oh,
introduced
yeah,
himself
okay.
to me. Yes, he was like, "My uncle's building her barn. I don't want you to call the police, but I'm gonna go wander around back there." I'm like,
Yeah.
"You're welcome to." No, that was
He's
a different
the stone
story.
guy.
These people came in, walked to the back to Bill's office, and just grabbed a bottle of bourbon that was sitting on
Oh.
the shelf. And I'm like,
I knew who that was
"Can
too.
I help you?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm trading bourbon with Bill." I'm like, and as soon as he grabbed the bourbon, I laughed to myself. I'm like, I should have known that's what this was.
But somebody could have. The one time we had like a very
There's some
expensive
expensive
bottle of bourbon
bottles,
sitting on the
yes.
shelf, and a customer was like, "Hey, is that for sale? And we're like, oh no, that's illegal.
Right. Gosh, no. But I was like ready to close them. It wasn't closing just yet, but I was like getting ready to like,
I almost said their name. I'm not going to say their name.
No, don't say their name. But it was so funny. We talked for like a half hour and they were totally like, did you go to Giant Eagle the other day? And did you stand in line? I'm like, I did. I'm a really great wife. And I did do this for an incredibly long time.
Yeah.
So I don't even know why I was telling that story, but
Random people that just wander in.
correct. But the reason that you guys were not there in the market was because you were down in Columbus doing what? Tell them
Well,
what
we
you
did. So Campbell has this big project. And if you follow on Facebook or Instagram, you know that. So she's part of a Roth Leadership Academy.
Which pretend that people have never even heard of Roth Leadership 4-H.
Yeah, I'll explain it. So it's part of National 4-H. And so they developed this Leadership Academy with 25 kids from across 5 land grant institutions. Ohio State is the land grant institution. And so each one of them were challenged to make a difference in their community, do something to share their leadership skills. And so they're doing, I actually don't know what the other 24 kids are doing, but
I meant to ask you that, like, because there's other kids that are in this. So what are they doing for their
projects? So we don't
projects?
exactly know. The one's going to do some type of like a leadership training, but he's not exactly sure what he's going to do. Another one raised money for a dog in her school, a therapy dog in her school. So just different things. And Campbell decided to plan a statewide leadership program for kids across the country, from Ohio Farm Bureau, from 4-H, FFA, and students at the Ohio State University. And so those kids all came together. We hosted a tailgate with the Dean of the College of Agriculture.
So I feel that you're playing this down a little bit.
No, I mean, I feel like I'm telling what it is. I mean, it was a ton of work.
I feel that you're playing it down.
Oh.
They had sponsors. Like,
yes, she raised a lot of money.
Multiple corporations sponsored. There was, I mean, Campbell has put an insane amount of work into this. And if you really ask me, like, I couldn't even tell you what it was. I still don't fully understand.
We think we're nearing like about $100,000 that she raised, like with cash and with in-kind contributions and money or things that people donated to put this on for free. So she hosted a war game on Friday. So we had a tailgate. This was actually the best
travel expenses
time.
were covered for these
hotels,
kids, everything.
So Thursday night, most of the kids came, and so did all the sponsors, and some of their families came. The dean spoke, Campbell spoke, and they got a tour of the Controlled Environmental Research Center on campus, which is this huge greenhouse. You would have loved it. And then everybody got to take lettuce and basil because they were ready to harvest it all. So they're like, does anybody want to take greens? So everybody's coming back from the tour with all these vegetables.
That's neat.
But then on Wednesday, it was really a lot of work. So she partnered with a friend of ours, who used to be part of the Directions group. And so they flew in people from West Point Academy, and the war game instructor was there. And so we had 5 people who facilitated this war game. So Campbell made it so that no one had to pay anything to participate in this. And so I think it was a really good, we had a 100% survey success, shocker, because we held our goodie bags. So when they just show us that they filled out their survey before we gave them all the goods.
Then they got their goodie bag.
Yeah. And it was just an overall great day. There are things that we would do differently. Nobody would know those. But it was amazing.
That's great. Like, if you can, anything that you felt was wrong or messed up, if nobody else notices, that's the best way to do it,
and like Bill and I are, talking about things like with industry leaders. So we had industry leaders on every team. And so big people in agriculture were there participating too. So it was just really a special day. She's so glad that it's done, but she still has more work to do.
I feel though that she did more than a lot of adults could handle, and she's 17 years old.
Yeah, for sure. We're like, we're competitive because we're like, I want to see what the other kids are doing, because I feel like she knocked it out of the park.
So not to sound, I'll talk to you about it later.
Okay. We're not going to talk about
I'm just, what if one of their parents are listening?
I mean, they might be. Your kid's exceptional too.
Well, I'm sure everyone's
you should
kid
top
is exceptional.
My kid's events.
This project doesn't seem on the same level as some of what you're telling me.
It's pretty wild. But
so that's
I think what Campbell has realized that, and I think all the kids in our family, and I hope that after this event that every single kid that was there realizes how important networking is and relationships are. So it was really fun. So Campbell had been to Spark Camp, which you've heard us talk about at Ohio State several years ago. And one of the kids from Spark Camp was there, and then another one was there. And they're like, hey, like we were original Spark Kid campers together. And so like they had known each other. And so like even as kids in 4-H, like they are developing these relationships, and they're not going to realize it until they're older.
No, but
how important
also,
they are.
I mean, like she's got contacts at corporations now. She's got contacts all over, and it's like that's huge. That's fantastic.
So a traditional war game hosted by Aimpoint Research, the Directions Group, every player would pay a significant amount of money, and it's really built for CEOs, executives, people in the those C offices.
Yeah, I mean, you're working through something in your head,
and it's a different game than what was played, but very simulation.
So
the same
did
thing.
you guys create like the situation that needed to be?
No. So we knew what they were, but we worked with the Directions Group to do that. So like
Okay.
that's their expertise. But then they also take the results and they do a lot of research. So if you've ever done a survey for like Delta Airlines, United, like they're probably the company that's formulating
Behind
so you
it.
can have a better experience. And so, but they were just so great with the kids. I mean, just their interactions, they were so good to Campbell. But the one thing that they said that is different, because they said in many ways this war game was different and better because kids don't have egos. Executives have egos.
For sure. A bunch of CEOs.
So they have to
or-
get that out of the room,
Yeah.
and kids don't have that. So they're not afraid. They just like say stuff because it's what they think.
Yeah, the filter isn't there.
So that was fun. So yes, it was a great week. We finished by, we had Ohio 4-H conference. So Jack Campbell and Parker were there. And we just said like in the last year, if you would videotape all of our kids talking in front of a crowd and how they talk now, like we're just so proud of them. They've just really developed. And that's not just 4-H, that's leadership Giaga. That's other things they've done. But it's just fun to watch your kids succeed. And Sam came home for
pretty
spring break,
awesome.
and we're almost out of town, but he flew the coop for Florida.
Hey, I am envious.
Grandma and Grandpa picked him up. He and his girlfriend went down to visit Grandma and Grandpa, and they treat you right when you're there. It's a real vacation.
It is kind of fun to be like with just Grandma and Grandpa, and what
Yeah.
a great like memory he's making.
For sure.
So.
We are jealous.
Yes.
So Bill heads to DC. That means Danna and I are in charge of everything here.
Yay!
And very exciting that we start construction in the barn.
yes.
Yeah.
Is it this week?
Tomorrow. 7:30
Tomorrow's the
a.m.
day.
Well, they're going to move the dirt and hopefully figure out that we can actually
cool.
build the barn there.
It's not funny.
It'll be great.
That'll be the day.
That'll be the day.
Oh
So
my gosh! All right. Well, we are out of time. So
We're totally out
yeah,
of time.
that's okay.
Okay, friends. Until next time, we're mismatched.